What's going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the 10-star Kizuna Clash against Crocodile with the no new batch, no new unit, no 10.5 anniversary teams to take down this particular Kizuna Clash. And obviously this is a very, very rough Kizuna Clash indeed, but hopefully the teams that hold up from the preparation video. And in today's video we're going to be utilizing Vivi as a friend captain. Now you don't have to use Vivi as a friend captain. I do want to state that at the start of the video. If you want to, you can bring a mirror match for whatever captain you see. If you're bringing Yamato as a captain, you can bring Yamato as a friend captain. That's going to work absolutely fine as well. I do want to preface that at the start of the video because I do know a lot of people might get a little bit confused and say, hey, Sam, I can't find Vivi friend captains. Help me out. Well, don't stress. You can easily still do it. You just need to obviously bring the Ditto captain. Like I said, hopefully the teams hold up from the preparation video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do that good stuff. With that said, let's dive in. Alright, so starting off against the strength variation, this is the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, just quickly before I actually dive in, have a quick look here. I did goof the preparation video. I did put out a shorts to sort of rectify that, but then everyone was telling me that the body switch Nami and Sanji isn't actually available to farm anymore. God knows why they did that, but at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. This is where we are. And we switched out Zoro Sanji and obviously the body swap Nami with the Rush Sanji and then the Enma Zoro. It just made the most sense to bring these guys in. Yeah, so we're utilizing them. Sanji isn't getting buffed really under the captain abilities, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. Remember, if you can't find Vivis, you can just bring Yamato as a friend captain. That's going to work out real fine, so don't stress. On turn 2, you come up against Kumar, you get paralyzed, which the Izo Kiku support is going to take care of if you're not using Vivi as a friend captain. You get a full body tandem orbs, which are actually treated as unfavorable, and then you also have one Semler orb slot barrier to deal with. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to utilize the special of Odin. That's going to remove the barrier. And then we're going to use the Sanji special. Sanji's going to swap us into captain. Unfortunately, he's not going to give us the orbs that we would like because we have what's it called? He's not going to give us the orbs that we like because they're not type orbs. They're actually tandem slots, which is a bit of a shame. What you can actually do here is run, I think there's an Usopp support that'll go on Sanji to give you a full body recovery orbs. For me right now, I'm just going to utilize the Yamato super swap. That's just going to allow us to do a little bit more damage on this particular stage because we're just pretty much just going to need it. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, we are going to need it. As for the EX, we do want to save that for the damage. And then I guess we'll just tap and sort of pray, I guess. Like that's going to have to be the play here. Yeah, I guess that's going to be the play. So let's go like this. This. Fortunately, Yamato is not getting buffed under Sanji, but Zoro is. Beautiful. Lucky Zoro starts with a 1 orb, man. That's super clutch from our boy Zoro, though. Once you Kuma dies, he gives you a full board of unfavorable slots. So honestly, having that orb block is just not going to do anything for us anyway, which is kind of annoying because now I'm looking at it, we don't really have that many orbs, and we're going to get full board of tandem orbs thanks to Zoro, so that might be a bit of a problem. However, if you're bringing a Yamato friend captain, you're going to have a 1 orb there. So there is Threshold, there's another barrier here. So this is where the Mihawk support comes into play. Mihawk's going to remove the Despair. He gives you barrier removal, all that fun stuff there. We're going to use the super class of Sanji. That's going to disable the captain swap. And then we can use the Zoro special to give us a full water tandem orbs. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that's what happens. But it is what it is. We're then going to use the Yamato special. Yamato is going to give us increased damage taken. We have a conditional against increased damage taken now. That's why I brought Enma Zoro instead. We have the EX here. That's going to give us a orb block as well as what's it called? As well as damage reduction. And then we can use Vivi. Now this team's going to work better because you have Vivi. She should rotate the orbs into... Yeah, she's going to rotate the orbs into recovery orbs. That way we can now actually tap with some orb buffs. But remember, if you guys don't have a Vivi friend captain using Yamato, you're going to switch with Yamato there, and that way you'll have a Wano orb, and you're basically going to final tap with that Yamato and basically bank all your damage there. You'll have a super tandem, you have a rush. Like, you will have a lot of damage with Yamato. Like, you have a lot. Like, I can guarantee you're still going to kill. Just to show you guys if you're running Vivi here, like, oh wait, we didn't get around the threshold. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to get around threshold. Yeah, totally forgot about that. That's interesting. Funsies. Alright, so before we move to the next variation, I just wanted to highlight the changes. I took off Enma Zoro. I had to slap on something like Momo here. Like, that's going to work fine. Momo's going to remove the threshold in that final stage. But look, if you want to just use Enma Zoro and just try and tap through it as much as you can, you are going to be absolutely fine. You can use, like, the Vivi support on Sanji and then the Chopper or Nami support on Zoro with a friend captain Vivi, and you're going to get rid of the threshold. So if you're running Vivi, but if you're running, like, double Yamato, you kind of have to do something like this. It is what it is. Alright, moving on to the quick variation now. This is the team, those supports. Let's dive on in. Hopefully this one goes a little bit smoother. Something else to note too, by the way, if you're running that previous variation, you can just run a friend captain and Zoro. Like, you don't need to bring, like, two Yamatos. Having that extra one orb obviously helps, or bringing a friend captain Yamato with Zoro and the Hiyori support is going to help out. But, like, just having that, like, the fact they want you to either use one orbs or they want you to use Semler slots just makes that variation really, really hard if you're looking at bringing a VV friend captain. Like I said, I wanted to try and bring VV friend captains and non-VV friend captains, so like it did make it a little bit hard in that regard. On to stage 2 of the strength variation. We're going to get to spared, which we can actually take care of right now, I guess. How do we take care of that? Okay, well, there's burn. There is all type orbs are going to be unfavorable. Bunch of really annoying stuff here. But what we're just going to do is we're going to switch with Zoro Sanji. It's going to give us a full body tandem slots, and then we're just going to tap our way through. We do have a super tandem here, which is good, but you do have to be careful of this burn ability. So it is just a regular burn, so that's why I haven't really taken the time to remove it. But if you have the giant support, you can slap on the giants onto Shanks and Shanks Buggy. So let's just sort of do a couple of these. We're going to get our super tandem ability off, and that's going to easily kill. Moving on to the final stage now. The final stage, you get slapped with that very annoying ability where, like, particular orbs are going to be a less multiplier. You get, which is what the tandem orbs actually are. You have 5 turns of attack down, as well as the enemy having 5 turns of damage reduction. If you tap with the tandem orbs and stuff like that, the enemy is going to reduce it drastically by 5 turns. So that's where Odin comes into play. Excuse me. This Odin actually can remove that with his level limit breaks, as you guys will see there. He removes it up the top, and then he applies the orb buff and the conversion plus the final tap buff there too, which is really, really nice. We're then going to switch with Shanks and Buggy. Shanks and Buggy use tandem orbs on their swap. Shanks and Buggy are going to be a color affinity booster for Dex characters. Unfortunately, that means Vivi's not getting the type advantage, but remember, like, you're probably going to be running a friend captain Yamato if you're not running this. I don't know why I started as I started as the wrong variations for Zoro Sanji as well as Yamato, but hey, at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal. We're going to switch with Law Beppo. That's going to set defense to 0. We get an overrideable attack boost with them as well, which is really, really nice. It's only for Cerebrals, but it's also for Dex characters. And then we're going to utilize, again, you'd have a friend captain of the Yamato, or I don't know, Enma Zoro is just going to work fantastically if you guys have friend captain Enma Zoro. But then we're going to use the Zoro Sanji special here, and that's going to work out pretty hunky-dory. With that, we have Super Tandem, we have Final Tap, we have all that fun stuff, and wham bam, thank you, man. That was a lot smoother. Remember, the burn's going to trigger later, so like you don't have to worry about removing the burn, as I mentioned. And it works out very, very nicely. So there we go. That was a lot smoother than the previous one. Let's move on to the final fight. And the final fight is against Dex. That is the team that supports Let's Dive On In. Now remember, you do need to add some sort of cooldown remover to Luffy Yamato. Totally forgot to do that. Luffy Yamato don't have special reverse in their sailor ability, so just be mindful of that if you are building this particular team. Giants are completely replaceable with anyone that can remove burn, so if anyone wants to slap in the comments, but Stump, I don't have a way of changing of utilizing the Giants. Can you please replace the Giants? Well, you don't need to. Like, you just use a burn removal. Any burn reducer is going to work fine. Hell, if you've got the Giants, slap the Giants on Shanks, and then you don't even have to worry about it. You can just get more damage output, so that's going to work out pretty fine too. We have the EX with Shanks on this particular fight, but we are going to utilize his special on turn 2. He's going to rotate those orbs for us. He's going to remove the barrier. He's going to do all of that fun stuff, and then he's actually has type advantage beautiful on this particular stage as well. Really, 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 really nice stuff from our boy Shanks here. Love you so much, Anniversary Shanks. Thank you so much. That way we can move straight into the final stage, and on the final stage against Crocodile, he's going to give you a 90% HP card on entry, which is super annoying. Gives you a full board of either tandem, bomb, or block orbs. He wants you to hit with tandem orbs because he has a barrier as well. Super, super frustrating stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal because we are going to utilize the super swap of Yamato and Luffy. We can then use the special of Yamato and Luffy. Ideally, too, by the way, you don't want them near the Zoro, so that way you can actually, like, look at getting some sort of super tandem here. Actually, you can't get the super tandem here. I actually kind of glossed over that. Might need to, yeah, just do a hard replacement of what's it called? Just do a hard replacement of the Giants here. Like, you just don't really need to remove the burn. And if you are going to remove the burn, just bring a Straw Hat character. Like, that's definitely going to be way, way, way beneficial for your team. I guess they are an attack booster. Like, that's kind of something. But if you just bring, like, another Shanks, like, yeah, you're gonna be like cooking here. Roger and Whitebeard, we're going to utilize them on the revive because there is a revive on this particular stage. I actually think, yeah, we get the Giants super tandem, which is hilarious. Actually, yeah, there's a revive, so you get to sped, and it's only on your captain, which is not the end of the world, but it does go up to 5 turns, and you can only use 1 special after that. So with that, we can then switch with our Roger Newgate. Roger Newgate are going to give us an attack boost and an orb boost, and then you can finish them off here. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I think the barrier is only 1 turn. I'm pretty sure it's only 1 turn. I'll have to double check that before the end of the video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, if it helps you guys out, but the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Loads! Yeah, the barrier is only 1 turn. You're sweet.